In this video, we're going to look at perhaps my favourite platform for language teachers. I've been talking about this platform for a long time, and the reason that I like it is firstly because it was created by teachers for teachers. Secondly, because it really does deal with all of the skills. So it looks at things like, or it offers activities in areas like listening, writing, speaking, grammar, vocabulary, etc. I particularly like the speaking feature. It can either be used in the classroom or it's a really good tool also for setting homework for your students to do. We're going to focus in this video on how Zengengo can be used for developing student speaking skills, but it does do a lot of other things. One thing that I would say about Zengengo is that it really offers a great way of connecting what you do in the classroom with what you want to get your students to do for homework, because it's very easy to set up a speaking activity for them to do for homework. Now this makes it really powerful if you as a teacher want to offer your students something different, something more, something that really begins to kind of align with the ideas of blended learning, linking what you do in class with what you do for homework. This platform really facilitates this. Now one thing is that I find this tool really useful for private language teachers as well, because if they're trying to distinguish themselves from the competition, and perhaps if they want to justify charging a little bit more than other teachers, then having this platform offers them a way of saying to their students, look, if you work with me, we'll be doing these activities for homework, you'll be able to record yourself, you'll be able to do extra activities at home, etc. So I find, and I often advise private language teachers and help them to build up their businesses, that this is an essential tool if they want to create that kind of impression that they're offering a little bit more. Let's jump over and look at Zengengo now. I'm going to train you in using this tool for some of the basic speaking activities that we can do on the technology. I really hope you like the video, and if you do, as always, please like it, please share it, please comment on it, and of course, please join me on my YouTube channel. Let's get started. So I'm on the Zengengo site. Notice that you can use this in multiple languages. Certainly all the major languages are covered, and many of the exercises in fact could be used in any language. Now, it's not a free tool. You can sign up and use it for 30 days for free. Afterwards, the cost would be $10 a month. I'm going to share a link in the description that means there'll be a 10% discount forever. So you would get that for $9 a month. Make sure you click on that link, even if you're going to use the free account, because it will bring you to Zengengo. And then once your free period is over, if you decide you can sign up, you'll get that discount. Now, for that $9 a month, you will be able to operationalize all of your students and set up lots of exercises and track everything that they do. So I'm going to sign in now and just show you a little bit how it works. So I always use my Google account to sign in. You can see here some of my classes, and I'm actually going to create a new class. So we're going to click here on new folder. So a folder basically essentially represents a class. So we're going to call this TTV 2023. Let's just call it 23 English. Okay. And we click on next. Now this is a really interesting page. You've got 3 different levels of how students can sign in and do the activities that you want them to do. I like working with this kind of low level one, but you do have the option of forcing them to sign in with Microsoft or Google, which is good if you want to track them for something more formal, or you can provide a list of students with their email addresses and create classes. But it's actually very easy just to use this form, because what happens is if we use this option, students, when they do an exercise, they record themselves and then they want to send it back to their teacher, for example, or do an exercise, they simply put in their email address, and that means then the teacher will know who did it and what their score is and provide feedback to them, for example, if they've done a speaking activity. So we're going to click on here, click on next. It's that easy, and what I'm going to ask for is student name and student email. Student ID is very common if you're working in a school where they might have a number or something and you want them to put that in. Finish. That's the way that your folder is set up, and now it's time to start to create activities. And you can see that there are lots of different activities that we can create with our students, and what I'm going to do is focus on setting up speaking activities. So we're going to click on this one here, audio recording, and we're going to try to create an audio recording activity, and I'm going to imagine the context is that the students are doing this for homework. Now, what I often like about this website and using Zengengo is that I might do some practice work in class with my students, preparing the vocabularies, preparing the language, even practicing the speaking activity that I want them to do. But then they actually go home and do the recordings. So it's almost like a kind of flipped classroom in reverse, where you're doing the prep work in the classroom and they can then do their recordings at home, and it's so easy for them to use this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an activity that I've really done before, and I'm going to call this My Hometown as the title. And now I'm just going to quickly write in some instructions about exactly what I want the students to do. So I've written in my instructions, describe your hometown, talk about the following: where it is, how big it is, transport, rural parks, areas, facilities like sports centres, etc., entertainment, what you like to do in your town. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a time limit of 3 minutes. Now, 3 minutes is actually quite a lot of time. Sometimes when I do these activities in Polish, I limit myself to 1 or 2 minutes. And my level now is kind of like a B1 type of level. So you'd be quite surprised how little really you need to set that as a time limit. And then there isn't anything else to do here. I would just simply come down to the bottom here and click on Save. So all you need to do now is to share this link with the students, and they will be able to access the exercise. So what I'm going to do now is log in as a student and show you how it all looks for the students themselves. So I'm just going to click on the link, click it into the browser, and it will take me directly to the page. And you'll notice that I need to put in my name, my email address, and confirm it. And this makes it very easy when the teachers receive the work to send the feedback, because they can listen to the recording and then write some feedback, click on the button, and it's automatically sent back to the student. So I just click next, come through, I can see the question, and all I need to do to start recording is to click on the button. As you can see, everything's nice and clear. Just click on that button there, and then it will start recording. Now, probably you have to connect to your microphone when you click on it. So you'll click, and then it says allow, and in fact it will start recording straight away. As you can see, it's already recording my voice, and now I can speak for up to 3 minutes. Click on the stop button, and then it's ready. So I can play that back. So very quickly, let me just click and check it. Microphone. Click on this button here. In fact, it's started all. There we are, absolutely perfect. I can record again if I want to do the recording again, or if I'm happy with my recording, I can submit it to my teacher. Remember, that's going to go directly to my teacher into the system. The teacher will be able to listen to the recording and then provide feedback. And I'm now going to show you what it looks like for the teacher. Notice that when you have done your recording, you can actually download a record of it, or you can listen to it again as a student. So what we're going to do now is jump back and look at what the teacher sees once they've received a recording. So this is what the teacher sees. You can notice down here all of your activities will be listed within this class. Remember, we're in class TTV 23. I've got a submission for one of my activities. So I click here, click on view list. It will give me a list of all the students that have completed that activity, including their email addresses. And all I need to do is click here to give feedback. So I click on that button, and then that opens up. I can listen to the submission. Microphone. Click on this button here. I can then write in my feedback. I can give a score. So let's say I might say this one's 60%. And then to send the email, just click on that button, send feedback, and that will be sent to, in my case, to me. So just coming back to the home page, we looked at audio recording, and within audio recording there's lots of other settings. So for example, you could ask the students to listen to something and then record something, or read something, or even watch something. You could even model an example and provide that and then tell them to do something similar. You've got all other options here: video recordings, written reports, speaking drills, text gap fill activities, text to test. You can make some tests. It will generate a test for you from some text, multiple choice, video gap fill, loads and loads of options, and they all work in the same way. Set up the activity, send it to the students, they do the activities, and then you can respond to the feedback if you need to respond. Obviously, in some cases it's automated. Now, as I said before, you can sign up and use this technology for free for 30 days. If you click on the link below and sign in via that link, if you do decide after 30 days that you are interested in paying for Zengengo, then it's $9 a month with the discount that I'm providing. You get that discount forever. And remember, with $9 a month, you can run all your courses of all your students. It will allow you up to something like 500 students. So you've got loads and loads of capacity to set up homework activities, or activities, of course, that you want to do in the classroom with your students. Okay, really hope you liked that video, and if you did, please come over to teachertrainingvideos.com. Loads more free videos. You'll see lots of material on the front page. Very popular is the stuff on AI and ChatGPT. I make videos for showing teachers and students how to use technology in their language teaching. If you want to follow my work, the best thing to do is to sign up to the newsletter. You get updated with all the latest videos, the blogs, the courses, and the many free webinars that we organise. And at the moment, if you sign up, you get a free 14-part video course in using technology in teaching and learning. There are no tricks. I really do try my best to suggest as many free tools as possible. If you want to contact me about conferences or doing any training with your organisation or with you as an individual, then you can contact me from the website. I'm going to leave a couple of really interesting videos on the screen now around the use of AI in language teaching, which would be good for both teachers and students.